What is up, my beautiful Maine-iac here, April 30, May game picks and spread predictions. Let's get into this. Let's make it relatively quick. We got a lot of games going on today with not too many left. We have the Pacers at the Pistons. Pistons currently favored by 3.5. I really want to take the Pacers here because a Pistons loss. I'm picking the Pacers in the upset is what I'm saying. With a Pistons loss, and if some other games shake out directly, the last the last 3 or 4 seeds in the East are going to be insane in the last couple days. Magic at the Knicks. If the Magic win, they're currently 39. They're currently 38 and 40. If the Magic win, they're 39 and 40. And with the Pistons loss, that would put them only half a game behind the Pistons. Orlando's favored by 12.5. I think they win and cover. Bulls, Wizards. Neither of these teams are relevant, but I still think the Wizards win at home. Bradley Beal, I think it's just too. Actually, no, I know Bradley Beal's too good of a player to let the Bulls beat him. It's just the rest of the team that concerns me. 10-point spread seems large, but I will take it. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 4:30 p.m. Pacific on NBA TV at the Boston Celtics going to Miami to take on the Heat, favored by 1 point currently. I'm going to take the Celtics to win and cover the spread here, but the Heat are a very tough team, and a win here with the Pistons loss would tie them with the Pistons, which would be extremely important, especially when I get into the next couple games after this. You'll see why. A loss here would be huge, especially if the Magic beat the Knicks, because that would put the Magic ahead of the Heat. Then you have the 76ers at the Hawks. Philadelphia currently favored by 3.5. I'm going to pick them to win and cover, even though well, I guess it depends on how much resting the NBA or the 76ers is going to do. I still feel like overall they have enough depth to take on the Hawks. It should be a close game, though, if they do rest most of their players. But we shall see. 3.5 point spread is reasonable. I'm going to take the cover. Yeah, the Raptors at the Nets. This is the game I was talking about. The Raptors have an opportunity here to take out probably one of their tougher possible first-round matchups. Now, what I mean by that is I think, well, I'm not saying the Nets would beat the Raptors. I'm just saying Jarrett Allen, Joe Harris, D'Angelo Russell, I think out of all the teams in the bottom of the East, they would pose the biggest threat, I think, outside of the Pistons. So, in this game, the Raptors have a chance to possibly really set back the Nets. If the Nets lose, the Magic win, the Pistons win, and say the Heat win, that puts the Nets all the way back, tied with the Magic, not looking the greatest. And you have the Hornets at the Pelicans. Well, Raptors favored by 2. I think they're going to win and cover. You got the Hornets at the Pelicans. Hornets are currently favored by 3.5. I really want to take the Pelicans here, but still, no Drew Holiday makes me sad. I'm going to take the Pelicans. I'm going to take the Hornets, to cover the spread, mainly because their starting point guard is playing, and I think that's going to have the bigger impact. Timberwolves, Mavericks. Mavericks favored by 2.5 here. I really want to pick the Timberwolves, and I'm going to pick the Timberwolves in the upset. I know I shouldn't, but something's telling me pick them, so I'm going to pick them. You got the Spurs at the Nuggets. Spurs absolutely dreadful on the road. I'm going to break this down for you, because I love just looking at this fact. The Spurs are an incredible 31-9 at home. 31-9. That's better than the Warriors. That's better than the Trailblazers. That's better than the Rockets. That's the only team that is worse than, and I'm saying worse than, is Denver, who is 31-7. And Milwaukee, who is 32-6. It's equal to Toronto at 31-9. The difference between Toronto and San Antonio, though, is that San Antonio is a paltry 14-24 on the road. That is absolutely awful, especially when you have such a dominant home record. I think that plays big here. Denver favored by 5. Spurs struggle mightily on the road. Even though the Spurs need this win, I don't think they have what it takes to get it. Plus, the Nuggets are still very much alive for the number 1 seed, so I think they're going to still be trying. Then you get the Jazz at the Suns. Jazz by 10.5. I think they win and cover. Booker had a better game. I know he didn't score 40 or 50 in the last game, but they won. And sometimes, actually, 100% of the time, I would take 20 points in a win over 50 points in a loss. You get the Grizzlies at the Trailblazers. Trailblazers fed by 11. CJ should be coming back soon, I believe. I don't think he's coming back in this one. Oh, Yeah, he's not coming back in this one. Valanciunas, Joakim Noah, and Avery Bradley have been ruled out, I believe, for the Grizzlies. I'm still picking the Trailblazers here. They haven't suffered as much from the Nurkic loss because Cantor has stepped up a little bit more than I thought. Granted, the Nurkic loss is huge. I'm not underestimating it. It's just that Cantor isn't as much of a hindrance as I thought he would be. They need the Rockets at the Clippers, NBA TV, 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. Part of the doubleheader, which should be fun to watch. Fun 6 hours of basketball. Houston favored by 1.5. I think they win and cover. This game is important for Houston, or at least I personally believe this game is important for Houston because of the standings currently. Houston is sitting at the 3 seed, but they're only a game and a half behind the 2nd seed, or half a game ahead of the half a game ahead of the 4th seed. So stepping off the gas pedal with Portland giving them momentum could be dangerous. Now, ideally, like I said, San Antonio struggles on the road. They are currently the 7th seed. LA is currently the 6th seed. If I am Houston, my ideal matchup is probably LA or San Antonio. Because with San Antonio struggles on the road, Houston probably get a 2-0 advantage, and that's probably too much for the San Antonio Spurs to climb out of. So this game could be huge because a win here, if the Nuggets lose, a win here puts them at only half a game behind, which is absolutely incredible. Bachelor Predictor has the Clippers at a 53% chance of winning, which is odd. The Gerald Green missing could be bigger than some think, but I think the Rockets still pull it out. Anyway, guys, I hope you have a good day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.